Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Degula Mubalaji Ajani from HFX Consult, and just to give an overview based on discussion I had with Malam Fasasi on the plan of our nusi Imran Foundation to explore investment opportunity options for sustainable finance. Uh, First and foremost, I'd like to apologize to the board and management of the foundation for my absence at today's meeting. Like I discussed, it's quite very challenging to be able to be physically present. All the same, doing this virtually with the hope that inshallah it will give an insight to what we're trying to achieve, and we will leverage on it to make informed decision. So basically, I'm going to be giving overview of what our investment options for our Simran Foundation. This is the pro bono advisory services, and when I say WAP, is the Islamic concept of driving a foundation. Why it might not be exactly like that, but that is supposed to be, and that's my assumption. So for this presentation, we're going to be looking at some of our own model, the way we work, transformation quest, overview of our brief from our client, that's our nusi Imran Foundation. We're going to check out the solution will, the options that we're going to provide, as well as some conclusion. Well, from our side, basically, we're AFIS Consult, we're a management consultancy firm with core competency in strategy, new media, talent and learning, business transformation, ICT, universal socio-economic security, Islamic finance. Islamic finance management has been active in the micro sector, but climaxed into an international partnership with Institute of Islamic Finance, Dubai in 2013. That's about 5 years ago. I won't want to bother us much with what we have been able to achieve as Islamic finance consultants in Nigerian market. As day in day out, we're growing our portfolio locally and internationally in terms of partnership. While some of our channels, we run related businesses in infotech. Our latest is Examian, which is help to prepare those that are writing CBT exams and other exams in Nigeria. We have Social Nigeria Pro that does empowerment training for those who want to learn digital media skills to be able to become self-employed or get a job through the skill. I will leave it at that. That's just about us. On the understanding of what the clients want, from the brief we had from Malam Fasasi, understanding is that the foundation is established to drive socio-economic empowerment in target community or communities. It's funded by founders and managed by trustees. The limited resources will not be sustainable if there's no strategic and Sharia compliant investment plan. And this presentation is aimed at finding some answers that could be exploited. Let me quickly say this about our port of options, which is Islamic finance and banking. This is what people have said about it point blank. In Islamic banking, there is no black box that needs a genius to unwind it. Many of these conventional products that have been under stress lately are very complex and need special risk management tools. In Islamic banking, you will not have this kind of things. Some of these products will not be Sharia accepted. So people can come to you from the conventional thing. Because you're Islamic foundation, you will not be able to take such options. So we're actually impressed that we're not one of those Islamic institutions that thrive on non-Islamic solutions. These days you have mosque, you have big societies having their money in conventional sector possibly investing in interest-driven or interest-based stocks, and people are not conscious despite the options, halal options that we have now in the country. The second one is from the first quote was from Rashid Al-Maraj of Bahraini Central Bank, who is the governor there, and this second one is by Barclay Capital. Everyone has this impression that Islamic finance, the sport of money with nothing better to do than just to throw money at everything. But that is far from the truth. Islamic investors are sophisticated people who know the market, know where spreads are. It is a misconception that it is easy to get money from there. So again, people have wrong impression about Islamic banking and finance, or it is our own, once I just throw applications for fund, or if I seek finance for anything, I'm just going to get it. No, they are professionals, and they scrutinize, pay attention to details before they embark on this. This is just a transformation quest, so that it equips a mindset of what it is. Now, for an Islamic wealth assets management solution, we want to make it very brief. And when we make up our mind, we can explore further. So I'm just going to look at about 5 options that we have. One is Sukuk window. Sukuk is an Islamic bond. In Nigeria, you have private bond, you have federal government bond, which was oversubscribed. As a matter of fact, some of the people we consulted for when federal government issued the bond, and they were slow about it. Not that they tried to invest before closing date. They actually met the closing date, but they only invested last week of the closing date. So most people that invested last 2 weeks of closing date eventually had their money returned because it was oversubscribed by some billions. So you have a lot of people having their 10 million, 20 million, 100 million returned to them because it came late, despite that it was not after closing date. Now, having said that, the federal government bond is very interesting, but before that, we have Osun State Sukuk, which was managed by Lotus. So the window there is that there are Islamic finance institutions that have that Sukuk, and they trade it, and it's allowed. So if you want to partake in that Sukuk, they sell part of their own to you to be able to gain pro rata profit within the time you're participating. So we have that option in some of the Islamic finance institutions. So and if you ask me how does it work, when you do that Sukuk, our experience shows that with investment of 25 million every quarter, you could earn over 400,000. So by the end of the year, you are sure that you could be in the range of 1.4 million. So it depends on what you're looking for. Then if we are going to consider this option, for instance, for it to be meaningful, our foundation, with what I understood is near budget. Our foundation may need some 160 million in this Sukuk to be able to earn something tangible to drive our operations and empowerment scheme. The second one is Islamic capital markets. Whatever we have, we can invest in Islamic capital markets. At least they are growing. We have Lotus Capital, we have Cord Capital. Some of them are growing that have license to operate. So the interesting thing that Lotus has done is to have worked extensively with Nigeria Stock Exchange and determine the non-interest stock index, which has streamlined Islamically compliant stock that can be invested in. So, but this is a business, so it's also subjected to market forces that can make one gain from stock markets and also lose. The other micro one is Islamic Cooperative Investment Window. You have some reputable cooperatives, especially in the southwest. Lagos, Ibadan seems to be the mecca of Islamic Cooperative Nigeria. Historically on record, Oyo State, we have so many Islamic cooperatives. in Ibadan. Precise, there are more than 45 Islamic cooperatives. The oldest Islamic cooperative in Oyo State is getting close to some 28 years before you can even dream of Jais. In Oyo State, for instance, you have Union Islamic cooperative called Nasikas. They are doing a lot. Currently, we are working with them to be able to establish an Islamic microfinance bank. Now, what are the options for cooperative? Cooperative is financing a lot of things. They finance, I've seen cooperative coming together to finance little deals, 50 million and above. We've seen a massive one done in Lagos, where the building project University of Ilorin was funded and financed by cooperatives around Southwest, with it up to the with capital base of 1 billion naira for 1,000 bed space hosted in Ilorin without going to the bank. So what we're saying is that we can search for such, and they have opportunity and window for investment where they will tell you the investment they have at hand. You will invest with them, and something will be coming regularly from your investments, and they are low risk. Also, Islamic Business Club are evolving. They operate differently from Islamic Cooperative by being registered with corporate affairs and not just limited in the state of operation. And they pull money together to look at businesses before then, finance them, and make their profits. So there could be opportunity with such where they are not having enough. Where they're not having enough, it's possible to co-invest with them, and they have businesses with third party they finance, and we can also come in here to be to bring proposals that can be financed by you and Islamic Business Club. I know a business club, Islamic Business Club in Ibadan, that has financed some project up to 100-200 million. Islamic Rent Fund is a real estate investment trust fund. Is evolving, no formal one, but very soon we're expecting the first one to be launched by one of the capital market firm, merchant bankers that are launching Islamic window. When it starts, it might be a very good blue chip opportunity to invest in real estate because they are making it. So by and large, these are the wheel of solutions for that we can consider now. What is very important is to look at the capital that we have, look at the target that we're aiming, and it might be okay to just have a diversified portfolio that will mitigate the risk and also optimize the profit opportunity. Essentially, we may need to up our game in terms of the capital base, and if you want to do to limit to what we have now, it's still a good opportunity. We can come in as managed service consultants, and we can also encourage that nusi Imran Foundation establishes a managed cooperative for people, for beneficiaries or people around them, so that microcredits can be facilitated through the foundation. So, and whatever we make from there will also be plowed back to driving our socioeconomic empowerment commitment. Essentially, that's our conclusion, that it is viable, it is visible, it is validated that the way we are going is a sustainable way. So if we listen to this and we have one or two questions, I'll be standing by after you listen to this to answer some of the questions. And this is largely what I try to explain in more, briefly with Brother Fasasi, and I hope with this we'll be able to make some informed decision through the solution way. This is my contact, and we can move it forward from there. Once again, I apologize for my absence physically, and I hope this virtual presentation will go a long way to bridge that gap. Once again, my name is Mobolaji Ajani, FX Consult, and it's a pleasure to be with you virtually. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.